we'll just mute mute one or the other because it'll let you have an echo. I think the stream's on like a little couple second delay too. Very early, the very first part is just Discord. Then I'll switch to Rust when I got to show you the stuff here. All right, I guess we're about to get started. We got kind of a low turnout there. We got 44 in the audience here. Oh well, you're gonna be missing out on some new shit. So let's get going. Welcome to the server meeting. Blah blah blah. For those that are new here, every month we hold a server meeting like this on the Monday before the Force Wipe, where we go over some notes that we have for the players. Sometimes it could be things, you know, like, hey, can y'all stop doing this, stop doing that? And a lot of times it's a bunch of like, hey, we appreciate this, we appreciate that. Here's some new stuff we're coming out with. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the meeting, I will pass it off to the Q&A session where the players can ask us questions, make comments, give us their feedback, or whatever. Please save all your questions and stuff for that part of the meeting. So as I'm going, which you'll probably have a lot of questions, by the way, because there's a lot of new shit tonight. Open up Notepad or something on your computer. As I'm going through the meeting, just take some notes down. Like, oh, shit, I want to ask him about this, or I want to ask him about that, or I want him to clarify this. Write down your notes. And then when we get to the Q&A session, you can raise your hand and we'll talk. Hell, last Q&A, I think we had 0 or like 1 person, which was the first time in history we've ever had like less than a dozen. So
guilt one person into
yeah, there'll probably be some questions tonight though, because there's a lot of cool new stuff. So just save it to the end of the meeting for us, please. And then after that, we will give out a bunch of prizes. And for those that want to stick around after the prizes, the testing server that I'm on right now is where we're working on the new rock replacements for the next map. If you guys want to get a peek of that map, it's novel. So I will be more than happy to show you guys a little sneak peek. Just understand that I have not done forests yet, so there's no trees, and there's still a lot of missing rocks. So those aren't there. A lot of them are missing too, but at least you'll be able to see most of the shit. Okay, so we're gonna get started. The good news is I only got like a couple notes tonight, and then everything else after that is just all the new stuff I'm gonna go over. So this will be nice and cool. Let me pull up my note. Also, people in the stream, I can't see you right now because my notes are covering up that Streamlabs. So if you need something, type in Discord. I can see the Discord chat. Those that are new here, if you click on the server meeting channel, you see a little open chat bubble on the right next to the title of the channel. You can click that. You guys are more than welcome to chit chat in there, post memes, whatever the hell you want to do. It's fine. Just understand that I'm not going to be answering questions and stuff from that chat. I'm just going to be talking and talking. Sorry, I'm getting to my note. There's a lot of them. All right, here we go. So, my first note, discuss washing machines. It's an inside joke from yesterday. Moving on. The new this note's actually from way early in the month in May. The new meta of my recording software broke. Yeah, that's got to stop. I shit you not, we get like 3 tickets per day, and every single one of them has the exact same excuse. My recording software broke. No, it didn't. Your recording software is built into Steam, and it doesn't break. It works just fine. Please, everybody, I'm going to click it in the stream here. If you look at the support sheet. God, I feel like I say this every meeting. I can't post any more flashing red lights because it actually hit the character limit. So, like, look at the flashing red lights. Do not put a ticket in if it's something that we need to see with our, own eyes. We can't take your word of mouth. We can't take chat logs. We can't take what I lie. We can't take I'm a donator. We can't take just check your logs. We can't take any of that stuff. We need to see what happened. We cannot take your word for it. It's nothing against you, but if we take your word for it, we have to take everybody's word for it. And if we take everybody's word for it, there are some people that will take advantage of that and cheat and, would abuse the system. So we're not saying we don't believe you. We're just saying we don't believe the shady people whose word we would have to take because we took yours. Hope that makes sense because I'm really tired of saying that. Moving on. We cannot control your computer's performance in Rust or your frames per second. If it is something we are in control of, every player on the entire server, no matter where they are on the map, would be experiencing rubber banding, whatever. If that is not the case, then the problem is on your end, and we are not technical support for personal computers. We've had people literally put tickets in because like their frame rate is too low and blah, blah, blah. Like, we can't help you with that. That's your computer. That's not us. And the excuse of, well, I was on such and such server. And okay, well, such and such is probably running a ProcGen map and they don't have 100 plugins with all this other crazy shit going on. It's your computer. I promise you. If a server is causing performance issues with players, it would cause it for everybody, not just one person. Moving on. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I made a new plugin. I named it Angel. It's your guardian angel. And what it does is it detects if a player dies or is dying under the map, and it teleports your corpse back to the surface. It has been tested thoroughly, and it definitely works. But yet, we still keep getting tickets of, hey, I died under the map and I lost all my shit. Spawn it back in for me, or I'm going to rage quit the server. I'm going to take my whole team with me to rage quit the server, yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. I'm a donator. Come to find out, after doing a lot of research and checking things out and a lot of testing, every single time someone has died under the map, it's because they've been inside a damn car. Which makes sense because there's really only one way to get under the map, which is driving your car like a damn moron off of cliffs and stupid shit like that. So cars will get you clipped under the map and get you killed. But we tested this thoroughly, so what I'm about to say is 100% true. If you hop out of your car as you're falling into the abyss about to die, my Angel plugin will save you. It will, well, not you, but your corpse. We tested it thoroughly. We tested it in the car. Sure enough, my Angel plugin failed. We tested it out of the car. Sure enough, the Angel plugin worked. We tested it in a car and then jumping out of the car as you're falling, Angel plugin worked then too. So if you lose your corpse under the map, it's your fault in two ways. Number one, because you drove your car like a moron. And number two, because you didn't jump out of the damn car once you got under the map. So, let me say it again. I made a plugin. It's called Angel. It's been running on the server for like 3 months now. It will save your corpse if you fall under the map and die. It actually teleports your corpse, right to the surface where you died. So wherever your death marker is, that's where your shit will be on the surface. Now, can a plugin fail? Sure. Maybe you die in a weird way and it can't find the position to teleport your corpse to. I don't know. The point being, we tested it dozens of times and it worked every single time. So chances are pretty high that it's going to save you. Or you could be proactive and just don't drive your car like a moron and you won't go into the map in the first place. But just wanted to let you guys know, it will save your shit if you're responsible and you jump out of the car. Cool, moving on. Oh, well, yeah, that's it for the notes. Everything else is new stuff now. Y'all ready for some new shit? Everybody hyped up and ready?
Y'all ready for this?
We got a big long list. Got a long list to go down. So what I'm gonna do, I have this is all listed out. There's two things. Number one, this recording will be posted later in case you want to go back and look at something. He talked too fast, I didn't hear. Number two is I'm reading off of what I call an upcoming update log, meaning, at some point this week, this entire list is just going to be pasted into that, into a channel anyway, so you can read it yourself. But just know I'm going to go really fast on like the minor things, and then I'm going to slow it down a little bit when I get to the stuff I need to showcase and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is going to be like a speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Let me get over to my list, and I'm going to switch my stream over to Rust because a lot of this is going to have to be shown to you in Rust. Where the fuck is my list? There it is. All right, I'll hit this first topic first, even though it's the last on my list. Let me switch the stream. All right, now we're in Rust.
I see we got 44 people in the audience, but only 27 watching the stream. So
y'all might want to join this.
Watch it.
Definitely might want to join this. You're going to be missing out on some shit. I can start covering this first topic while they join, though, because the first one don't necessarily have to see it as much, but I'll still show it. Chappie, make sure you stay in this area so I can TP back to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm not going to be able to see Discord or the stream. If something... All right, so the first thing on the list here, Zombie Island has returned. Obviously, if you play on 3X, you already know this. Or Terminus. Nope, that's not where I'm trying to go. Did I not put it on this one yet? Oh, no, I didn't. Can't show you shit on here yet. We haven't even put Zombie Island on here. So I'm going to tab back over to Discord for this part. Let me go ahead and read these notes, though. Guess I should have gone on 3. Yeah, I could use a third monitor. I'm not going to damn lie. All right, Zombie Island has returned. There are a few very important things that you need to know if you would like it to stay. The original Zombie Island was a lot harder and a lot crazier than the roughly last year or so where we had Zombie Island, where player tiers caused it to get nerfed to hell and back, and we eventually just got rid of it. This resulted in it just being abused as a free farm for Zeds and loot and blah, 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 which is why we got rid of it. It got nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed, and eventually people just used it to farm unlimited, XP and Zeds or whatever. It was just pointless. So Zombie Island is hard. The original Zombie Island level of hard. The zombies are relentless, extremely fast spawning, very strong, and will throw shit. And I don't mean actually. Oh, I need to make it so NPCs can throw dung. That would be awesome. Anyway, additionally, there are anti-camp measures on Zombie Island. One such measure would be snipers in towers. This is to prevent players from just trying to kite the zombies, the melee zombies, to try to stop them from kiting them around the island all day. So there are snipers in the towers. Obviously, take them out, but they will respawn. There is loot on Zombie Island. An insane amount of loot on Zombie Island. There's about a dozen elite crates, heli crates, milli crates, all in one big, nice open warehouse. You cannot fly into Zombie Island, period. Even with a Chinook. Don't try. If you do, don't complain or ask for support when you realize that you can't. And you probably end up losing your shit. So don't fly to Zombie Island. You cannot fly there. Zombie Island is a monument area. You cannot teleport in or out. Keep that in mind, because you will still have to escape it, even if you survive to the loot. You are going to die on Zombie Island. A lot. It is designed to be unsurvivable, other than some extreme cases, such as, 20, 30 people fully kitted, fully skilled, whatever. And even then, half of that team is going to probably die and lose their kits as cannon fodder, just so the remaining few can make it out alive. I cannot emphasize that enough. You are going to die a lot. And you're going to lose kits a lot. There are only 2 gates into Zombie Island, and both of them have a huge sign outside warning you about the dangers. You see the sign posted right there in chat. Yep. You cannot accidentally stumble into Zombie Island. So enter at your own risk. If you die there or you go there and you get your ass kicked, we don't want to hear you whining about it. You knew the danger when you went there. It's a lot of fun, but you're going to die. We have provided a warp to the beach of Zombie Island, just like back in the old days. So keeping with the old days, we got a warp there. And the last note, let me repeat that. You're going to die on Zombie Island. You're going to lose your kit on Zombie Island. You are going to lose your precious enchantments on Zombie Island. Do not put a ticket in. You know the risk ahead of time. So, everybody be real clear on that. Zombie Island's a lot of fun, by the way. I already got on 3X the other day, and we loaded up 2 Chinooks full of players, and we went out there and we got our asses kicked, but it was fun as fuck. It really was fun. It's just, Zombie Island is supposed to be it's the last week of the wipe or force wipe, and fuck, I got all this shit. I don't know what to do with myself. Like, it's literally like, you guys just want to go in there and just blast away and like lose shit, like just for fun. That's all it's meant to be. It's not meant to be. I don't want to see tickets that are like, well, this isn't fair. I can't even beat this thing. What the hell's the point? Like, no, it's not designed. This isn't a monument you go run and try to beat. This is just for fun. This is to throw yourself into piles of zombies and just get your ass kicked. So please keep that in mind. All right, moving on to the next new thing. I realized that wasn't really new for 3X people because they already have Zombie Island on that map. But don't forget about poor legacy people. All right.
Good reminder, though.
Yeah, good reminder. Well, plus I wanted to make sure did I mention that you're going to die on Zombie Island? I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that.
Wait, so we're going to die if we go there?
Yes, you will lose your kit.
But I can put in a ticket, though, right?
Also, real quick, backpacks do not work on Zombie Island. You cannot open them. They don't drop. You're not going to lose your backpack. I'm just saying you cannot open your backpack on Zombie Island. It does not work. So keep that in mind, too. Neither does TP Corpse. You can't use corpse. You can't use fetch. You can't use any kind of TP corpse on Zombie Island either. They do not work. I hard coded that shit in to where they do not work on Zombie Island. All right, moving on to the real note. This I do have to get into Rust for. Let me switch back to Rust. If you are not in the stream, you are not going to understand what the hell I'm talking about. It's just going to be words. Well, you'll understand it. You just won't be able. You won't know what the hell it is. All right. And I'll reiterate. I can no longer. First note. I have completely overhauled /info, and I mean overhaul. Complete overhaul. It sucks that I can't see chat though. As I'm showing stuff, I'd love to see if people like things like, "Yay, that looks cool." So check it.
I got both open.
If I could type /info.
Mhm.
Completely overhaul. Hope you guys like it. I had to hand make all these graphics. It was a bitch. First things you'll see is at the bottom we have all our different links. You can click one of those, opens up a window. You can literally just copy paste right from that window to your browser. No, you can't click the link. That's Rust. That's a Rust limitation. It's not us. But still, it's cool. You can open it up, Control C to copy it, and now you got the link. So that's the first thing. You got all these links down here at the bottom. Next thing, as you can see, you just got it, kind of looking cooler, whatever. Hopefully y'all like it. I can't see your comments yet, but hopefully. Some of the usual pages that we have. We may revamp these a little more, but for now, you can see the usual page. Then you get down here, and now kits will be here. I need to get rid of my admin permission real quick. So it'll look like what it would look like to the player. Give me 1 sec, sorry. Take away my admin stuff. Me and Nola were working on some kits last night. Oh, and when you type /kit now, again, this goes live at ForceWipe, by the way. When you type /kit, it's going to go to that. It's built into /info now. What's cool about this is you can see all kits down here. You can find just the free ones, or you can find the ones that have, the ones that have to do with Discord. You can find the donor one. Another cool thing is it shows you what kits you're missing. You see how these are grayed out. It's because those are kits I could have, but I don't have, if that makes sense. I'm not top voter, so I don't have the top voter kit, but it's cool. It kind of gives people like, if you have a new player and they're like, whoa, I didn't know there was a Discord Nitro kit, stuff like that. They can see some of the kits they're missing. Obviously, the ones that aren't blurred out are the ones that you can go ahead and use now. Another cool thing about it, you can see what's in the kits directly from the interface here. You can click through and see all the stuff. You can click view to actually see the kit and claim it, whatever. You can see your cooldowns, you can see all that stuff. So pretty cool little interface. Another new part of /info, our servers. You want to see what other servers we have or go play on a different server that we have, you can just connect right from here. The ranks tab, I still got to finish this up. I'm going to put the playtime ranks in here also. But, laid out a little differently, looks a little nicer. This is really cool. FAQ. You can scroll through this and literally I can add as many things as I want to this. You can scroll through it. So now you can literally tell new players, check /info. It's right there. How do I get a horse boat mini? You just click it to expand it and you can see the instructions. I'm pretty sure I put a command FAQ. Yeah, it goes right to it, but oh, that didn't work out. Good. I'll have to figure out why it's doing that. There's the FAQ. So you can tell people to type /info and click that. Another cool thing is the calendar. Now have a calendar built into /info. You can see all the cool things coming up. You can click them to see the details if you need to. There's a legend at the bottom that tells you what each thing means. What about my force wipe images? I have an image for force wipe too, but it's not showing up. Anyway, well, there's a map wipe one. You can see the map. Server meeting is a Pookie. Anyway, so you can see our meetings and our wipes and all that kind of stuff straight from the calendar here. You can click all months. You can look all the way into the future and start seeing some of those things. Obviously, I've only got the force wipe and the server meetings coded into those. Because we don't know what those wipe schedules are going to be yet. Anyway, so that's the new /info. Lots of cool new stuff. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I made a command calendar that you can do also if you need to.
Oh, they're still going to ask when wipe is, but now you could just say it's instead of it's in Discord, which they should be, but it's also in /info.
You can do calendar. I think I also made it to /wipe. Yep, and /wipe will show them too. So at least now you guys can just give them that answer to just type /wipe. So that's the new /info stuff. Moving on. I got a couple notes on. I have these separated into sections, by the way. So the next section is NPCs. Farm chickens are no longer killable. I'm sure some of you have noticed that. Some people have been pissed off about that. Don't want to say I don't care, because I do care, but I don't care that you're pissed off about that. The reason that was done is because we found players that were exploiting, as with everything that gets fucked. We found players that were exploiting it. They were literally throwing down like 10 chicken coops and just spamming hundreds of eggs as fast as they could and just killing their own chickens for good experience, using a weak weapon, because as you guys know, your weapons actually have a modifier, how much you earn. So they're using like a weak weapon to kill a chicken real easily, get tons of experience, tons of Zeds, and then they were skinning the chicken and get all the XP for all that too. They were exploiting it. They were earning like millions, dude. Exploiting Zeds, XP, all that shit. So you cannot kill farm chickens anymore. You can still kill wild chickens, but not farm ones. As usual, exploiters were ruining it for the good guys. The next note, air event NPCs now count as scientists for the quests. You have the quest to kill 1,000 scientists or whatever. The air event, I was looking around to see if it was out right now. The air event NPCs count towards that now. Dynamic monument NPCs count as scientists for the quests. Those random monuments that spawn, those count too. The boss from the air event now counts as a boss kill in your stats, in /stats. He will track as a boss kill now. The NPCs from both new event types, the air event and the dynamic monument one, will also count as scientist kills in your stats now too. The new jungle animal meats have been added to the server cell config. I don't know what server cell means. Give myself something real quick here. Where the hell's food? So, say you got a bunch of pumpkins. You type /sell and sell it to the server. I'm selling this to the server for 573 Z. Those prices are dynamic. You guys see those price adjustment things go by in chat sometimes? The price of whatchamacallit has increased by 12%, that kind of stuff. That's what it's talking about. The more people sell of pumpkins or whatever item, but I just did pumpkins. The more people sell of it, the lower the value goes, and unless you're going to get Zeds wise. So the key is to find things that people aren't selling a lot of, and you can get higher value. The less people sell of something, the higher the value goes, and the more it'll sell for. So /sell, you can sell things to the server for Zed. Completely different than /list. /list is how you list items for sale, where other players can buy it from you. /sell just goes right to the server. That's it for the NPC category. All right, next category is horticulture. There is a new plugin I made. Chappie, I'm coming to you. I'll find you. Oh, you're not offline, you're online.
Yeah.
There's a new plugin I made. As with any plugins I make, I try to make them as dynamic as possible so they can be used for more things. So this plugin is actually, I named it Place Anything. And it quite literally allows me to it basically allows me to take any object, whether it's a deployable or a throwable or a weapon or anything, and turn it into something else. In other words, I can make it to where you shoot an arrow at the ground and it spawns something. Or I can make it where you deploy a workbench, but it actually deploys, something else. I can make it where you throw, like I actually have this live right now. It's not going to be enabled for players, but I could throw a grenade and it spawns a whole ass fucking rock formation. Like anything in the world, this plugin can do now. My first, what do you call it when you finally put something to use? My first, I don't know what the hell it's called, but anyway, my first use of this plugin is going to be horticulture. And what that's going to do, am I in the right box here, Chappie? This one?
Yeah.
No, that's the right box.
I'm at the right one.
That's not the right one. I'm so lost. Where am I seeing?
Oh, I'm at the right one.
Oh, it's over here where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta clear some of this shit on my inventory. All right, so check this out. Look at all them trees. So this is what I meant with this plugin. And no, they don't have to be in squares like this, by the way. This is just, Chappie made a cool little grid for me to show you guys stuff. They better be excited, damn it. I can't read chat right now, but they better be like, what? And yes, you can even do some of the big ones.
Look at that one right around the corner.
What happened?
The palm tree.
The palm tree
Oh,
leaning
yeah.
over.
It's a big one. That's that leaning kind of palm tree.
Yeah. It's that one likes to do around corners.
And yes, I even got even the big trees, like the big jungle ones, all that shit. And I have a lot of plans in the future for this plugin, by the way. The trees were kind of like my first, whatever, the same word I couldn't figure out earlier, to make sure they were going to work and make sure this was all even going to be worth it in the long run. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the little tree. I even coded it where I can have a configuration option for the minimum distance from you. So let's say you're going to plant one of those giant fucking jungle trees or whatever. If you're too close, it'll actually automatically put itself further away from you. Well, of course, I tried to test it and it didn't work on that. I may not have configured that one yet because that is not the big jungle tree I thought it was. I'll have to configure that one too. But what it does, like, so if that was the big giant vine jungle tree and I tried to do that, it would have placed it like 5 meters away from me because it doesn't want you to get clipped inside the object like that. So be careful when you're placing things, just in case my dumbass missed another tree like I just did and forgot to set the distance. But anyway, that's the tree plugin. Pretty cool shit, right? In the future, I do plan on having other things available in that, things that are not trees. Damn, I should actually have one of these ready for you to show you, but you can play some pretty cool shit with this stuff. Stuff that you're not even allowed to build as a player, like stuff that monuments are made out of and shit like that. You'd be able to place that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
But T, what if somebody chops my tree down?
I'm getting there. Let me get through the notes now.
Okay.
All right, so here's the actual notes. That was just me showing you the plugin.
That's a question coming.
There's a new shop added. In the shop, there's added a new category in the Zed store called horticulture. And of course, my icon. There's the icon. There's the horticulture store. Look at that. You can buy all kinds of shit. Oh, there's the other one I was going to show you. Check this out. There's no room right here because there's not enough ground. Go out here. Is this no build here or something? Cannot build in this area.
I built the entire thing with Uber Tool.
Well, I can't build in this area. Is it no build out there?
Yeah, I built the entire thing with Uber Tool because it's
Ah.
a nice spot.
All right, I'll go over here. So one thing you're going to see when I try to place this is one of my notes, but I'll go ahead and show you now. See my chat. You need build priv. So one thing you can't do is you can't just slap these all over the place, because my first thought was, well, somebody's going to fucking come along and grief somebody by putting trees and shit right in front of their door where they can't get out or something. So there's none of that, luckily. Can I build here? Okay, I can. So I'm just slapping a TC down so I actually have TC. Okay. So here's when I was telling you, not just trees, you can do special items too. Check this item out. It's an actual water well. And it'll actually look like that on the picture down here once the skin loads in. I don't know why my skins are all loading so slow today. I've got like 900 skins down there, it says loading in. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. Spawn a little water well, whatever. And yes, it actually worked. So that's another cool thing you can do with the plugin. Going back to the note. Added 3 full pages of items that can be purchased from the horticulture store. These will only show up if you have the associated permission and skill that go along with it. If you don't have the skill, no items will show up. I made a fake item. It's a note. It's a fake note, basically, that's for sale. You can't see it right now. So these are all unlocked with a skill. All these, being able to buy all these. If you don't have the skill, this shop will look empty to you. It won't have anything in here. Except there will be, right here where it says Cactus 1, there will be a note for sale right there. And the note doesn't do anything. You don't need to buy the note. But the description of it explains, hey, you need to get the skills before these items will start showing up to you. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and different skills unlock different stuff. So as you unlock the skills, more of the stuff in the horticulture store will show up to you. But there's a tree that basically gives you access to all this new stuff. Like I said, there's future plans for this too. I'll be doing all kinds of other stuff with it. The only way I could think of gatekeeping this was putting it behind the permissions like I did with the skills. There's a permission to buy the stuff, and there's a permission to plant the stuff too. You have to use the skill tree to do both. You have to have the skills in it to do both. Sorry, I know I sound confused because I'm trying to breeze through my notes, but not repeat the stuff I've already told you, which is actually making it more confusing than if I just read it. Anyway, with there being only 1 point per skill in the skill tree for these, I needed a way to gatekeep it further to prevent people from just exploiting it. Get some newbie to plant stuff for you or whatever, and then paying them, to do it, or you could even pay them to respec their skills to do it for you, stuff like that. So that's why it's done this way. There's basically, you have to have, which one was it? Weaponsmith, Chappie?
Armorsmith.
Armorsmith. You have to have Armorsmith max. And right now people are like, what's Armorsmith? You're going to find out. You have to have Armorsmith maxed before you can even start speccing into this tree. And the reason being, here's the horticulture tree. Yes, the icons haven't loaded in. I don't know what's going on with my Rust today. I've got so many skins trying to download and so many pictures. This is a horticulture tree. Look, 5 points, you can max the whole damn tree out. So that's why you have to max out the Armorsmith skill first to even unlock this tree at all. The reason being is it's kind of a gatekeep on preventing people from just putting 5 points into this, planting a bunch of fucking trees everywhere, and then respecing back out of it again real quick. That's not what it's here for. And the reason we even have to gatekeep it in the world is because I'm sure you can see just with what I've done right here, this could get carried away after a while. So we don't want everybody just going crazy with it. So we had to come up with some way to gatekeep it, and that's what we chose to do. I'm gonna just go back to reading my notes. So if it repeats itself, that's why. So having to max out that ultimate that I just told you about at least makes you think twice and prevents you from paying newbies to do it. Ultimately, if players exploit and go crazy with these features, we'll just have to take action as necessary. The plugin was developed so players could decorate their base as they get further into the wipe and have some extra skill points they don't mind spending, and stuff like that. Please do not abuse it. If things are done responsibly and we see it is not causing issues, I fully plan on extending this plugin further to allow for some more cool placements. Trees were literally just the beginning entity that I tried to test with. But I'll add all kinds of cool stuff to this if I don't see people abusing the shit out of it. Some additional notes about horticulture real quick. They require building priv to deploy, as you just saw. There's a topology filter coded in, meaning I can configure what topologies you're not allowed to deploy things on. Like right now, I think I have it set to lake, river, ocean, and monument. You can't deploy things in a monument. You can't deploy things inside of a lake and river, and I mean inside, not on the shore, but inside. And that's what that's from. It's from a topology thing. There's just certain places I don't want people deploying stuff. Build priv capability. If under your building privilege, only the person who planted the tree can cut it down. Period. Whoever planted it owns it. If it loses building privilege, it is now public and can be cut down by anyone. This is to prevent people from exploiting by slapping down a TC somewhere just to plant some trees that are invincible and then moving on. Once it loses TC, it can be cut down by anybody. If it's under your TC, then it's protected. Only you can cut it down. All planted objects retain an owner ID field so that if we find someone griefing or exploiting or abusing this plugin, we can track down who did it. So if you watch me walk up to one of these trees right here, look right there is my name, T-Bird, as the owner of the tree. So we'll be able to tell who did it and all that good stuff. All right. Hopefully people are enjoying this because I still can't see chat. Moving on to the next topic. The next topic is raids. First note, raids. Vanilla backpack items, or vanilla backpacks should no longer drop when you die in a raid. Everybody knows vanilla backpack is where that shield right there goes. Those should not drop in raids anymore. Everybody keep in mind, please, that this is all for Force Wipe, by the way. Raids do not naturally spawn anymore. Meaning there will be no natural spawn raids anymore at all. From any tier. At all. Raids no longer apply lockout timers. So kind of like raid day. You complete a raid, no timer. Every tier. Maximum amount of buy raids per tier has been increased to include the old number of natural spawning raids per tier, plus the limit of the buy raids that were previously set. So in other words, if in the old days there were 4 easy bases on the map all the time, public, and we had a limit of 2 buy raid easies, then now there will be 0 public raids and 6 limit of buy raid easy. Does that make sense? Basically, we're taking all the public raids and we have turned them into buy raids. So all raids are bought now. The limits have been increased to make up the difference. Further on down the note, buy raid cooldowns, which is how often you can buy the raid, not a lockout timer. It's just the cooldown for using the command buy raid for that specific tier, have been changed as follows. Easy, 10 minutes. Medium, 20 minutes. Hard, 45 minutes. Expert, 2 hours. Nightmare, 4 hours. Needless to say, you can pretty much raid back-to-back now for any tier with those numbers that I just told you guys. If you can't, then you're probably doing something shady or weird. Next note, RBE despawn. I don't know if you guys know about that command, /RBE space despawn. Can now be used when the base has been damaged. Previously, you could not use that if the base was damaged at all. Note, this command is meant for bases that are glitched. This is not a roll the dice and see if I can get a different base or an easier base function. The plugin has been recoded. Pay real close attention to this statement. The plugin has been recoded so that you will get the same base over and over again if you despawn and buy another one. That's what the purpose of the despawn command is. If the base is glitched into a rock or something, you can despawn it and buy it again. So now you won't be able to shuffle anymore to get the base you want. You're gonna have to. It's gonna keep spawning the same one over and over again. Now, if you complete it and move on, then it's not gonna keep spawning the same one. That would be shitty. But yeah, you get what I mean. You do not get a refund for your Zeds if the base was damaged when using RBE despawn. So in other words, if you spawn a base and you look around, which is what you're supposed to do, by the way, take a survey, look around the whole base, make sure it doesn't look like it's clipped into the rocks or something. And you're like, oh shit, it's clipped. Let me go ahead and despawn this. You will get a refund for 75% of your Zeds when that happens. If you don't take a look around and you start raiding it and you get there and you're like, shit, half the base is inside of a rock. Maybe I should have looked around. You will not get a refund when you despawn it, but it took away the restriction that you couldn't despawn it because it was damaged. You can despawn it now anytime, even if it's damaged, but you won't get a refund if it's been damaged. You cannot use RBE despawn if anything in the base has been looted. So the minute you take a piece of loot from that base, you can no longer use the despawn command. So the moral of all that story is just make sure you look around the base first before you start raiding it. Especially now that you're using buy raid. You get what I'm saying? Like I get it in the past, like, oh, I need to hurry up and lock this base because someone else is going to try to take it from me. It's all buy raid now. You have no excuse not to look around first. Moving on to the next note. Experimental. This is experimental because I'm not totally confident it's going to work perfectly, but we'll see. When you buy raid, it should now add a personal map marker for you to your raid so you know where it's at. Next note, buy raid Zed costs have been doubled. And then I have in parentheses, calm down. Skins are now free. Raids were always insanely cheap anyway. So the cost of buy raid have been doubled. Next note, attempt made at fixing whatever in the hell happened to the top raider tag. I could say through testing. I still don't think it's fixed though, because we were fucking around with it some more, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on.
never
I
got
keep
fixed.
telling Nivix it's broken. He keeps telling me no, it's not. Showing me code, and I keep saying, well, it's like we're raiding and nobody's getting it. But I don't know. I'm trying, but I don't want to piss him off and keep arguing with him. So I don't know what to do about that one. Next note. Raids now spawn randomly when they're bought, rather than as close as possible to the player. Far too many people have been abusing the shit out of this for cheese, and we're done with that. So they will now just spawn randomly somewhere. They're not going to spawn near you. Between people spamming them at town, and then I've gone on servers and found people who literally know for a fact that this flat spot is the perfect place for raids to spawn, so they build like an entire fucking base next to it with like a fucking perching tower with fucking horizontal embrasure windows and all this shit, so they can snipe all the turrets and all the NPCs without getting hurt, and they got sleeping bags and they got boxes and crafting tables inside, like literally just so they can spawn a base right next to it. And I've seen these in action. I've physically watched players invisibly where they're raiding and they die, spawn back over there, go up to the tower, take out some of the NPCs and take out their own walker from the tower. It's like the most cheese shit I've ever seen. And they're doing it on purpose. They're building the base and then doing buy raid because they know the raid's going to spawn right next to their base in that flat spot. So no more. Raids are just randomly going to spawn when you buy them now. You should have a map marker to it at least. Haha. Moving on to the next topic. Skills. All right. There's a big one here. This is like the last major topic, I think. Some of these are just minor, so I'll read them quick and then I'll slow down when we get to the big stuff. Skilled Hunter skill has been moved from tier 3 to tier 1. Skilled Hunter percent per point has been reduced by 30%. Skilled Hunter max level has been doubled. Access granted has been moved from ultimate to tier 1. That would be that's the card reader one or whatever. Where you can swipe a card and it works. That has been moved from ultimate to tier 1. Access granted has been lowered from a 50% chance to a 25% chance, now that it's only a tier 1 skill. New animals should now work properly with the animal-based buffs, experience points, tracking, etc., etc. Mini crossbow has been added to the list of prim weapons for prim weapon durability. Here we go. Here's a big one. XP loss can now drop you into debt if you fall below the minimum of your current level. And then in parentheses, it says, chill out. It used to always be this way before, believe it or not. And let me get to my next point before you start crying. Now, to the next point. Death penalty grace period is still active, meaning that if you die back to back, you don't lose XP the second time. But still, hold off your crying. I'm still not done yet. Death penalty changed from percentage of current XP to a fixed flat rate XP value based on what killed you. Meaning at low levels, this still might sting a little bit, of course, but at high levels, the loss amount is still the same that it was at level 1, which is going to be pretty much negligible to you at the high levels. These values are not set in stone forever. Currently, they are based on a multiplier of the XP you would get for killing what killed you. Just roll with it and let's see how it works. Remember, it's a force wipe. Everyone is at the bare minimum level, so it's going to sting for the first day or two. But once you get a few levels, it's going to feel minuscule. And later, it will be non-existent, pretty much. I can tell you flat, I'm not going to tell you the numbers. I'm going to tell you flat out right now. We're talking like 100, 200 XP, stuff like that. So yeah, at level 1, 2, and 3, when you die and you lose 100 XP or something, you're going to be like, fuck. When you die at level 10 or 20 or 50 and you lose 100 XP, you won't even know you lost 100 XP. So that's what I'm getting at. Note, as with everything I do, suicide is not the answer. That XP penalty is extremely harsh. So if you F1 kill, I don't want to hear you whining about it. I warned you ahead of time at the meeting. You know it's going to happen. There's going to be somebody who's going to be like level 2. They're going to F1 kill because they don't like where they spawned on the map. And then suddenly, why am I fucking 10,000 XP in debt? Well, that's why. One last note on that. XP loss does not occur if you are offline when you die. In other words, something kills you offline, you're not going to lose your XP for that. XP loss modifiers. Reduced XP loss by this percentage. Veteran or VIPs, 10% adjustment. So you lose 10% less experience than everybody else when you die. Veterans, 25% less. Champions, 50%. So if you're champion rank, you only have half the XP loss. Moving on to the regular notes. Collect wild plant XP has been increased. Tunnel dweller killing XP has been increased. Underwater dweller XP has been increased. Shredder skill has been removed completely. For those who don't know, Shredder was the one where you could automatically recycle components, just components, and just from barrels. That was it, like components and barrels only. And it would automatically recycle them when you got them in your inventory, whatever. Now moving on to the new skills. You're ready for the fun part. New skill under the Buildcraft tree called Alchemist. Mixing table speed. Chappie, I've never used a mixing table in my life. How the hell would I even show that?
Open the box in the order that I have it there, put it in the mixing table, and click start mixing.
And put it in the mixing table and click start mixing?
Yeah, but you need to have the sulfur first.
I did. I put the sulfur in.
Need 4. He's doing no sulfur first, then charcoal, then sulfur, then charcoal.
You gotta do multiple?
Yeah, 4, 2 of each.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, supposedly this is much faster. I wouldn't know because I don't use mixing tables.
It is, yeah.
Do I even have this skill? I guess I have this skill because look how fast it's going by.
Yeah, it's faster.
Anyway, so,
Look at the bar.
huh?
The green
No.
bar.
That is like halfway done already, yeah.
Ah, I got you. This is under Buildcraft. Which is right. And of course, all my fucking icons aren't showing up, so nothing's gonna look good to you. There you go, Alchemist, right there in the middle. The one that says 40. The skill reduces the mixing time at a mixing station by 1.5% per level. I've got it maxed out right now, which puts me at... Damn, where the hell is it? It's a long list. Whatever, it's a lot. I think it's got me 60% reduction, so it's pretty damn fast. Even at one point, Chappie was like, this might be too powerful. And coming from Chappie,
Yeah.
that's saying a lot because he likes everything to be hardcore. So that's one new skill. There's another new skill called Line Chef. And it does the cooking station speed increases. Let me make sure I have the damn thing. This is under Survivalist. And of course, it's going to be one of the ones without an icon. Yep, Line Chef right there, same thing, 60%.
I loaded it into the bench for you. Just click start.
I can't. It's owned by someone else. Type/share.
How are you able to use the mixing table?
I don't know. I'm going to have to fix that. Just know that it does work. Your cooking station will... Oh, because my vehicle plugin thinks it's a fucking vehicle.
What?
Look at the left side of it, maybe, because there's 2 different portions of that.
Oh. Oh, there we go. So now shit cooks quicker. I don't know what the hell I'm cooking. What am I cooking?
Bear pies.
Bear pie. Huh. Anyway. Shit cooks 60% quicker when you have that skill. Well, if you have it max. Moving on to the next skill. Oh, this is going to be a fun one to test. All right, next skill. This next skill is called Shield of Thorns. Reflect ranged damage with a shield. A portion of it. Depends on how many points you put into the skill, right? So check this. Let me turn on their health. Notice their health. That one's dead. Killed both the scientists without firing a single shot. Now, real world scenario, that obviously that's not how you're gonna fight things, but still gives a whole new dynamic. You know, maybe you got a group and you're trying to raid like a red monument or something. You can have one person be the tank, you know, kind of creeping forward with the shield and reflecting damage while everybody else is firing over their shoulders and shit. It'd be some cool shit. So we'll see how this works out. I'm actually scared of implementing this skill because I'm scared I may have made this too strong, but we'll see what happens. No, it does not reflect Heli and Bradley shots. It's just for things fired out of a gun from NPCs. So hopefully it works out pretty good. Pretty neat skill. Probably one of my favorite. All right, moving on. Oh, Chappie, here comes your favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. The next one is called Atomic Propellant. It's a new skill. Oh, by the way, the Shield of Thorns is under the combat tree. Atomic Propellant is under the raiding tree. Let me go ahead and take some stuff out of here. Actually, Chappie, you want to do the fire of the 3 different things, and I'll just go into debug mode and watch from the sky.
Sure.
Where are you going to go at? Down that way? Okay. Hold on, let me get in.
Yeah, I'll start from here.
Let me get in third person mode. All right. Tell us what kind of rocket you're loading first.
So I'll start with an HV.
You have this maxed out?
Just double checking that now. Yes, I do. Okay.
All right, fire away. It's like a fucking sniper bolt. All right, next one.
Switch to Ensign.
Jesus.
That's gonna be so good for Terminus players.
Oh my god.
And the regular rocket.
Jesus. Okay. So if you guys haven't figured it out yet, Atomic Propellant. Again, it's under the rating tree. I don't even have that one leveled up yet. There it is. It's a tier 1 skill. And it allows you to increase the velocity of all rockets by 10% per level. There you go. Maybe regretting that choice later, but we'll see what happens. Especially tier 1. Yeah, the tier might change on that, by the way. So don't put that in stone just yet. All right, next new skill. All kinds of new skills for you guys today. The next new skill, I don't have really much to show on this one, but the next new skill is called Armorsmith. This is the one I discussed earlier. You had to max this one out to unlock Horticulture. Armorsmith is under the build craft tree, and it is the ultimate. And there's the name. There's the description. This skill increases the minimum amount of armor slots items are crafted with by 1 slot per level. So if you put 1 point into that ultimate, everything you craft that can have an armor slot will have an armor slot. If you put 2 points, everything you craft will have 2 slots. If you put 3, everything you craft that can have armor slots will have 3 slots. Now, keep in mind it said the minimum. So if you put 1 point into it, you can still craft things with 2 or 3, but that's that same dice roll that it's always been. The guaranteed slot is what this thing does. Guaranteed 1, guaranteed 2, guaranteed 3. Very powerful skill. That's why it's an ult.
And no, it does not mean that you can get 3 slots on a face mask.
Yeah, just on stuff that could have that many slots. Also, just as a side note, while I'm even discussing that kind of stuff, for those who don't know, this is with skins and with armor slot. A lot of the DL, this is in our known issues webpage, by the way. You guys really should read that page, and I never make changes to that page without announcing it. So once you've read it once, you're good until I make an announcement that I've added something to it. But the known issues page is stuff that we know of that we will not support. One of the known issues is that skins or armor slots on some of the DLC stuff, like space suit, nomad suit, all that kind of shit, or ice face mask or ice chest plate, those DLC items, those are not skins. Those are actually separate items. So but the skin plugin or other things will let you do stuff to those. So in other words, if you reskin a ice an ice chest piece that has a bunch of enchantments and other shit on it, if you reskin it, you no longer have those things because you didn't actually reskin it. You actually have a normal metal chest piece now, because the ice chest piece is its own item and does not have skins. So if you reskin those kind of things, you will lose the original item. Same thing goes with armor slots. If you have a ice face mask with armor slots or whatever the hell, and you reskin it to a different face mask, well, you just lost your fucking armor slots and your enchantments that were on it because it's now a different item. So again, all that's fully explained in our known issues, so you should definitely pay attention to that webpage. Moving on to the next new skill. Next new skill is under Survivalist Tree. The next new skill is called the Shredder. Yes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. Oh, that's line. Where the hell is the Shredder? Where'd I put the Shredder? Oh, it's over here. That's not it. Where?
Ultimate.
No, that's Efficiency. Oh, I forgot to rename it to the Shredder like I was going to do. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's right. We did. We renamed it. I forgot. We did rename it to Efficient Survivalist. We thought that sounded better than the Shredder. Too much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So if you can read right there, Efficient Survivalist does what it says. You're efficient. Auto recycle specific loot as you gather. Yes, you heard me right when I said that. As you gather. So check this out. What's all this loot doing here, you might ask? Well, now you're going to find out. So first of all, for all the commands, I made aliases. You can do auto rec, a rec, auto, or whatever. I usually use a rec for auto recycle. So if you type a rec or the other commands, it opens up this menu. In this menu, you can toggle things, checker X, like that. When you toggle stuff, that means anytime you pick that stuff up, it's going to auto recycle, just like this. So as you can see, I got all these different components. Maybe I want to keep my rifle bodies, so I'll turn those off. You can go by the category. By the way, Terminus players, if you don't have an erection right now, you're going to be banned from Terminus. It is required erection during this part of the demo. Terminus players will understand what I mean. So you can literally go through every item in the game and decide if you want to just auto recycle it or not every time you pick it up. So, stuff like this, coming out of barrels, all that kind of shit. Here's how it works. Check it out. Notice I don't have shit in my inventory except some rockets, right?
It's an M2 in the box if you want to use it.
Oh, look. And notice it didn't do my tech trash because I undid that one. Even the bearskin rug, I had that one selected. Oh, I should have put the stone traps in there. I hate getting those. Gears, automatically recycle. Everybody see how that works, right? That is a badass skill. That is insane. And like I said, Terminus people, you guys better have huge erections seeing this. Because if you've ever played Terminus, you know how important this is. Pipe. Just like that. Also, I think I may get the command. Oh, no, there it is. So there's also a command. Obviously, you don't want to sit there and have to reset up that whole menu every single fucking time. So there's a command too. And yes, all these commands will be listed. So toggle auto rec. Oop, did I type it wrong? I'll have to look it back up and see what the command is. Maybe I fucked it up. Yeah, I'll have to look it back up. Anyway, there's a command. I want to hurry through this. There's a command that you can toggle it on and off. That way you don't have to, like, say you're like, shit, I need some rifle bodies and stuff now. You don't want to go through there and reconfigure the whole damn thing. You can just toggle it off. For this run, I don't want to auto recycle. I want to actually collect the stuff. So if you ever want to just toggle it off real quick, you can do that.
You might also be able to toggle it off under player settings in /ST.
Oh, no, you can't. It's a totally separate plugin. This is a custom skill that I made. All the skills today that we're discussing are like custom ones I made. So /ST's little player settings menu won't be able to interact with them because they don't technically exist.
Oh, okay.
All right. As I told you before, we got the new skill tree with the horticulture. Each one of those just unlocks the different tiers. It tells you right there. Buy tier 1 plants, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. Obviously, the higher tier plants are the bigger ones. I don't need to say much else on that. We already covered horticulture. Now on to the next topic, recycling. Boy, has this caused a big stink lately, huh?
Oh Jesus.
So
Let's not relive that.
slash here we go. Here's the phrase everybody wanted to hear me utter from Discord chat the other day. /REC no longer gives you a personal recycler. That plugin has been removed. I'm gonna pause for effect so he can be like, see, I was right. Pause.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. Anyway, the recycler price in the shop has also changed. The recycler maximum per wipe has been set. Like in /S, you guys know you can buy a recycler in /S. Using our own custom written plugin, the same one as the trees actually, same one as the trees and all that shit. Instead of running that recycler plugin that original /REC came with, it was really weird and it was really cumbersome. By the way, if you ever check the stats on it, it takes a lot of hook time. I'm like, the fuck is this thing doing? Instead of doing that, I just made the recycler a new object in my tree planting plugin or whatever. So literally, even the one from the store is just giving you one of my plugin ones. So to you, it's not going to look any different. Well, except for the fact that none of my skins are loading right now, so it doesn't look like a recycler. But to you, it's going to look like all the same shit it used to look like. Where you just place where it looks like a research bench when you're going to place it, and then once you place it, it turns into a recycler. Same shit as always. Works the same as it did before. Everything's exactly the same. Except, moving on to my next note, I recoded the /remove plugin to actually work with recyclers, because that shit used to drive me crazy. How do I remove my recycler? Hit it with a hammer, all that stupid shit. This was actually a bitch to do. And again, it'll actually show a recycler icon up there. For some reason, the skins aren't loading on my client right now, so it looks like a research bench. But anyway, /remove it goes right back in my inventory. Place it right back down again. Oh, I gotta wait 26 whole seconds, but I can place it back down again. So you can now use /remove for your personal recycler that's in your base or whatever. Now to the finale of the recycler section. The whole argument over the /REC command. Veteran, the playtime rank, and Vet Gold, of course. They now have a new perk that just comes with the rank. It's not a skill; it's just a perk. Virtual recycler. You can type /rec, the original command for recycler, or vrec for virtual recycler, to open up and recycle shit from anywhere in the map. So, type in /REC now, does this. You can literally just recycle on the go. Just like that. Straight from your inventory. Ta-da! And that is a veteran perk. Playtime and donor, obviously, because they're always the same. That's a perk for vets. That's why I said personal recyclers weren't being removed, man. You just got many new options. And I think, unless I missed something, admins, I think that is the end of my notes for all the new stuff. I think. Yeah. Let me tab back over to Discord here. Where's my stream? There it is. Okay. Man, I can't wait to scroll through this chat and see what all everybody said during that whole time. I couldn't see nothing this whole time, dude. I've been blind. But I guess it's perfect because we're about to go into the Q&A anyway. All right, so with that said, Trigger, I'm just going to lump you in with everybody else because you're only lead here. Does anybody admin on the admin team have anything you want to bring up to the player base before we move on to the Q&A?
Dang, you good?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm fucking just choked when I did that.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
The only thing I have is just a reminder to all our veteran players that when we get a new player on, please be kind, please be helpful. You guys have been kicking ass lately with that, so I applaud you and I thank you for that. Let's just keep it up for all the new people coming in. That's why I love our community.
Trigger basically said what I was going to say is I see a lot of you guys answering questions and whatnot, especially with the any admins on, well, what do you need? Maybe we can help you responses.
Yes.
I see a lot of those when someone says any admin in or full caps screaming for admins, and somebody's just like, well, what do you need? And they're like, where's town? You know, like those kind of things. We see it a lot. So very appreciative for that.
Hell yeah. Any other admins got anything you want to throw at the players before they throw stuff at us?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I guess we're gonna move on to the Q&A then. Trigger, you want to do Nola's job and
Yeah.
answer
I
the
got
hand
you.
raise? All right. So for the Q&A, you guys can hit the little request to speak button. That should be at the bottom, I think. And all we're gonna do is we'll get one of you at a time to have the chance to speak, and you can give us your comments, your feedback, ask a question, whatever. Try to make it quick. People want to get on with their night. They want to go get their prizes in game and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do now. So again, keep it quick. Let's go.
So anybody with a question, feel free to put up your hand. I've opened it up for the floor. Like T said, though, try and keep it to a limit of the direct question, maybe a second question, and then when you're done, then we answer your question, or you give us praise, or you give us shit, whatever you're gonna do. Please leave the stage when you're done. And with that, the floor is open. Kenjiro, come on down. You're the next contender.
Yo.
Worth it.
Welcome, welcome.
So with the raid changes, does that mean that the kind of raid islands or whatever are going to be buildable now? Since no.
Can't do that.
So
Sorry, something went in my eye right when I went to talk. You already know this, but I'm just going to reiterate it because a lot of new people listening. The reason that we have these big islands that you can't build on, and people are like, oh fuck, I can't put down a barricade, you know, all that. We can't help it because the problem is, and we've seen that this is like live. We're not guessing. We've actually had this happen in the past before we started doing the islands. Is once players take all the viable locations for raid bases to spawn at, you got to remember raids can't spawn within 150 meters of a deployable another base or whatever. So if you spam some tombstones out in the forest, well, guess what? Now there's a fucking whole almost grid that no raids can spawn in anymore because now you put stuff down there and raids can't spawn there anymore. So, and as you well know, people don't resist doing that. They spam shit all over the map. So what we found is literally like days into the wipe, man, suddenly raids are running real low on places to spawn, and eventually they will just poof. They won't spawn anymore. There will be no more raid bases. So our solution to that was to build a couple flat islands on every map with a giant no build over them, so that because if it wasn't no build, then players could spam stuff there too, and then you wouldn't have raid bases. That's exactly what they're for. They're literally the fallback for raid bases, and you guys know it's a true case scenario. When you look at late in the wipe, you notice how all the raids are always on those stupid ass islands. That's why, because you guys already used up all the flat land that raids could spawn on. There's physically no way around that. They have to have open space to spawn. They can't spawn within a certain distance of monuments, of player bases, of player deployables, of rivers, roads, of certain topologies, there's only like a 3 to 5% slope allowance for raid bases to spawn at. They can't spawn near rock formations. You got to remember, some rock formations are small. You may not even realize they're a rock formation, but that rock formation now means within 75 meters a base can't spawn. So now picture that across the whole map, how much shit there is on the map. There's not a lot of places raids can spawn. So we have to do those flat islands with no build. The reason you can't deploy stuff there is because there's no build. And if we took that away, the raids would end up disappearing.
fair enough.
That was a long story short.
I never have a long story short.
Right.
At least
All
I'm
right, David,
thorough.
appreciate the question. All right, we're going to move on to Insane. He actually typed his question, but I'll still invite him to speak, and then I'll read
I saw his question. Was that on Terminus? Legacy. And is spawning siege equipment? Okay. One of the admins put on my to-do list, figure out why Air Event plugin is spawning retarded loot or something. I don't know. Put something in there. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't make a loot table for that plugin. So I'll look into it and see what the fuck it's doing. But yeah, that's weird.
Didn't you change the Terminus loot tables for it? And what's the chance of live servers picking up said loot tables?
No, it wouldn't. It still wouldn't have a bunch of siege stuff though.
All right. Is there an admin going to do that? I'm busy doing this.
That's weird though. We
Uh,
did air event when we were playing our little 2-day wipe on Terminus, and our loot was just fine.
Mhm.
Maybe Terminus has got fixed and the rest didn't.
For the first time ever, Terminus's loot's working right. Nobody else's is.
Right. All right, Insane. Well, thanks for bringing it to our attention. As you heard, T will definitely put it on his to-do list to look into.
Maybe you're getting all the siege stuff because here comes a spoiler. Everybody pay attention. Spoiler. Maybe you're getting all the siege stuff because on June 28th we're doing a Siege the Admin event with a castle siege.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. June 28th. Big castle siege with siege equipment. The castle is already being constructed right now and testing.
Dude, that would be awesome if you could catapult your teammates. I would have done. I mean, I wouldn't do that to my teammates, but you know.
But
Sorry, Marty.
that would be so fun.
I wish you could catapult them and they at least lived, and if they did enough fall damage, fine, let them die, that kind of stuff. They should at least let them fly through the air and then determine if they're going to die or not.
Right? Just get that against the wall.
The fact that it ragdolls them really sucks.
Yeah.
It's funny as
appreciate-
hell if you do it in God mode because you do live.
Appreciate the question, Zane. Go ahead and leave the stage unless you have another question.
Get the hell out of here.
All right, we're moving on to and Pizza We Crust.
What up?
Oh, on a mobile maybe.
Oh shit.
Oh, maybe his mobile won't let him join. Oh, here he is.
Did you call her a him?
I did call her a him.
Oh god.
My apologies, Pizza.
2024 is over, bro. We don't do that no more.
Here I thought I was woke.
Look, can you hear me now?
We hear
Hey,
you.
we got you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I just want to say hi, Chappie. Love you. Hi, Mint. Love you. And I have a question. So I'm back and I'm gonna play for a while.
Yay.
But I have summer off. But the what was it? Did you get rid of the build server? T, you did, didn't you? For the bases.
I'm not answering her. She loves Chappie and Knit, so I ain't got shit to say.
Yes,
Well,
you got rid
I'm
of the build
asking
server.
you.
Well, fucking chill, I guess. I was just while you were making your statement, I was reflecting on myself. I was like, didn't I like make a custom build spot one day just for her when she was in the stream watching and like, well, hey, build that. I'm just like, oh,
You
okay.
did, and I
Yeah.
built there.
Oh, I know, yeah, I know. And then I just figured I didn't even get any love for that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that. Thank you, T.
yeah, you're very welcome. The
So how do y'all get y'all's raid bases? Do y'all build them now?
yeah, we've always built them.
Well,
no-
no, I mean
There's no now. We've
There's-
always built our
there
raid
was-
bases.
there was player bases that you put in.
Oh
like
yeah,
Pizza Hut.
absolutely. We steal player bases all the damn time. Hell, we just stole the
Okay.
Bumblebee one a couple days ago. The
Okay, you should go steal my container house.
all right, somebody go steal her container house. What server is it on?
Yeah, where is it?
3x. You're
Cool.
gonna have to get rid of some of the entities.
We
probably,
we
'cause
we have to
they-
edit. We have to edit all the bases that we steal. When we steal
I
a
added
base,
all the bases, don't worry
it's
about
kind of like some of our maps we buy, but then we refurbish them from the ground up. The same thing with raids. We steal the base because we like the overall layout and design and look of it, and then we'll go through and gut it and make it into a traditional raid base. And yes,
Yeah.
the B base was saved boop to be a raid. So yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
that's so cute, Boop. Okay,
yeah. No, there's no build server
And-
right now, but yeah, we'll definitely steal your base to make raids.
steal it. Yeah, and
We'll
I'll
get it
come
right
up
now.
with a couple more for y'all to steal.
And for any other players listening that didn't know that's a thing, absolutely. If you ever have a base, you're like, dude, this would make a cool raid. Fucking tell us. We'll come steal that shit. We steal your bases all the time without even asking you. Sometimes we're just flying around the server, and I think I saw one like 2 days ago. Remember, Chappie? I was like, this would make a perfect fucking medium. So, and I saved it. Yeah, RP looking bases, for some of the easies and mediums, or badass bases for the hards and experts. Like, we steal them all the fucking time. So just if you ever have one, let us know.
What about tickets for that?
You can put a ticket in for that. That ain't gonna bother me
Yeah.
a bit. Hell no.
I
love
I
getting-
welcome it.
I love
Okay.
getting positive tickets.
Wait, there's
Okay,
positive
thank
tickets?
you. That's it.
Yep, good to see you,
Perfect.
pizza.
Thanks
Go
for the
steal it.
question. Steal
Okay,
it, Chappie.
bye.
Going right now, actually.
And yes, Trigger, there are positive tickets. We have the support bot filtered to you only get the negative ones.
Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Pizza, you can leave the stage. I don't want to have to kick you.
I'll kick her. She didn't say she loved me, so fuck it. Where's she? How do I
Kick
kick?
me. I don't know how to leave.
How do I get her out of here? I don't want to fuck around. I'm kicking her from the damn Discord like I did.
I was gonna say we'll end up pulling a Nola and kicking her right at the Discord.
Yeah, I'm fucking scared now.
No, I've been here for 7 years.
I'm fucking scared. I don't know how to do it. Oh, move to audience. There we go. Whew.
Nailed it.
Dude, we were the audience. We were doing a staff interview one day, interviewing somebody that applied for staff. And fucking Nola, they went to leave the channel. Like Nola went to get him out of the channel when we were done with the interview. Nola accidentally kicked him out of the whole fucking Discord. Like,
And then they gave him a 10-minute timer that he couldn't join back. with.
right. It was like, dude, you could have just told me no. You didn't have to kick me out of the whole Discord. Like, it was so bad.
All right, moving on. Oh, a newt in your boot. Come on down.
Hi. Okay. Somebody asked this question earlier. So in regards to the XP debt thing, so I know you were talking about the suicide thing, like that's still like a really high XP loss. So what if you like accidentally blow yourself up, say in like a raid or anything? Does that still apply like as a suicide XP loss?
I'm not sure. That would be up to how Rust classifies the deaths. Like I don't. In behind the scenes, there's a hook called on player death. In Rust itself, like the core game itself, tells you the cause of death and the killer. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that classifies that as a suicide. I'm gonna lean. I'm like 70% sure that would classify that as a suicide, and maybe 30% that it wouldn't. But I've seen weird shit before, so there's no telling.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Kenji's saying
Okay.
it does count as one. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
But just know that even
But
when I
okay.
said that's a huge loss, suicide loss, I mean, like again, once you're past like level 10 or something, you're being like, whatever, this is nothing.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I had. That's all I
Sweet.
had.
Nice and easy.
Sweet.
I'm trying to squint
for the
and see the
question.
dog in that picture on her profile. Is that a dog? I gotta go find her now. Where the hell she go? We're big dog fans
You
back
said
here.
earlier that she
She's
has
at very, very
Shivas.
bottom. It looks like a dog.
I
She
think
has
you
what?
said she has
Shivas?
Shivas.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
I think so.
sorry.
Isn't that what you said?
Nola's like, what?
Not as sorry as I am about having a
Alright.
border collie though.
Next one up is Moonhowler. Who's this guy? It must be new.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, welcome. You're new here, I hear.
Yeah, I'm just kind of learning the place.
Nice.
Yeah, he's as new as I am young.
What's up, dude?
So for the horticulture stuff, you said that we're gonna have to max out armor smith.
I did.
Okay, and then I also wanted to know. I know this is a lot of use common sense, but is there gonna be like hard limits on this stuff?
The on purchasing them. What did?
Oh, okay, it'll limit you through purchasing then.
I think I put like a I'm in behind the scenes. I'm looking right now. Yeah. If you probably couldn't see it because it on my stream it's probably real fine print. But yeah, there's like a wipe limit for each type of plant and stuff like that. Like how
Okay,
many you can
cool.
purchase in an entire wipe.
Awesome. All right, keep up the good work, man.
You
This is sick.
Appreciate you. Keep up the good work, map tester.
fucking tearing it up on map testing, keeping me busy as
Right.
hell.
All right.
Hey.
There's nobody else in chat and with their hands up. Anybody else got a quick question? Last chance.
You got that
I
same
did see
shirt?
somebody in your stream say they
Oh.
want to know why we switched from the raid spawning naturally to all buy raids.
Well, because I made it so that there is no lockouts anymore. You can literally raid back to back to back. So I didn't want people running around hogging up all the damn public raids. So now it's just you just buy your own damn raid and do your own raid and then you're done. And on top of that, it also think about the fact that it also just frees up areas and stuff. You don't have a bunch of just idle raids sitting on the map. You know, what if there's like 6 easy sitting on the map for no damn reason whatsoever? Stuff like that. So as the wipe progresses, the raids that are being used are the raids that are out, basically. Or you don't fly by a random expert that shoots a SAM at you or something, stuff like that. They're only out if people are doing them.
Hopefully that answers the question in stream. Kenjiro's on again. What up?
Yeah,
Paul?
I asked it in the chat, but if with the horticultural stuff, the trees, if you screw it up, you've now used your per wipe seed or whatever. Can you pick them back up?
No, they literally, once you plant them, they're legit. Oh, sorry, my throat's still hurting from choking earlier. They're legit normal trees at that point. Like other than the fact that they have your name on them, so someone else can't cut them down. But they're just legit ass trees.
Got it.
There is no slash remove or nothing like that for them.
Place carefully.
Plant wisely.
Yeah. All right, perfect.
Keep in mind too, this
That-
is all like developing. So like, as we see things going and we're figuring stuff out, you know, we'll make adjustments and tweak things and stuff like that. You know, maybe I can work in something with rotation so you can get a better rotation of how it would be, and just weird stuff like that. We'll figure it out as we go. This is brand new, so.
All right, no other questions. So we'll close it down for that.
Oh, look at the floofs. Look at the floofs. Sorry. Huge dog
Some
fans on
admins
the
on all
island.
the servers. Get ready to give out prizes.
Yeah, we gotta spread out, give out some prizes here, y'all.
At least we don't have like 6 servers.
Yeah, it's nice having just the 3.
Where is that? Looks
I
like
love it.
Choppy's on 3x.
I can go to Terminus if anybody here is in Terminus.
I did see some Terminus players earlier, so they might be around.
All right, cool.
Word.
Loading in now.
Anybody available for Legacy? Perfect.
If anybody wants to see,
I'm on.
Yeah.
it.
sorry, if anybody, yeah. So when you guys get on your servers, where you guys gonna meet at, admins?
I'll
I'll
be
be
in
at
town on
town.
Terminus.
As soon as
Yeah,
get
I
ready,
was-
get ready.
I almost said Zombie Island, but Legacy doesn't have Zombie Island yet, so
In the middle of Zombie Island in the loot room.
Yeah, that's where your loot's gonna be.
no. But at the TP spot is safe. So But
Cool. All right, yeah. Meet your
tell
guys.
us
Meet your admins at the town warp spot, and they'll give you your prizes for attending the meeting. For those that want to see any of the map, that novel that we're working on, I will switch over to the stream here and show that off a little bit.
Yep, I'm loading over right now.
All right, looks like Juice is going to be on Legacy heading to town.
Oh, okay. Beat me to it then.
Tony, you got this Puma shirt that I had on in the picture? Is that what you were saying earlier? That's funny as hell. Nice. Love my Puma stuff, man. They make some comfy ass shoes. All right, I'm gonna switch the stream over to Rust. I guess I'll go fly around lazily and show people the map. Hey, thanks for whatever that was.
As you know, T is an expert when it comes to Twitch drops and Twitch follows and stuff, so he knows all the stuff.
Dude, I drop my Twitch every couple times a day. Dude, none of my skins are. I don't know what happened to my Rust. Literally, even my admin skins, like, you know, kit that I've had skins loaded for years. Suddenly, no skins are loading for me at all, anywhere. Worst timing in the world, too, when I'm trying to do a server meeting.
Everybody on Legacy, warp to Heli. Get away from that Heli in town, please.
Are they fighting a heli at town? Just kill the heli
No,
if it's at town.
I told you my int kill's not working.
Yeah, I got it. It's gone. You should be good at town now.
Gotta rebind your key.
Okay, I'm at town on Terminus.
Yeah, the new skin thing is incredible, isn't it? I love it. Even though none of my fucking skins are loading on for some reason. I'm about to like verify my game files or something on my client. I don't know what's going on. Those watching the map preview, I can only see stream chat right now on Twitch or whatever. I can't see Discord.
Is your button thing not working?
A button thing?
Let's
No,
talk about
mine's
this
not.
guy.
Somebody. No, somebody wants to take my place here. Come on.
Like all of his keybinds are gone.
Why is 90 like red for me?
Probably killed you.
Not all of
Hey, I can't probably see what y'all say as a response because I can only see the Twitch stream right now. But legacy people, you want to do one last big hurrah, like gun game and shit this week with me? Maybe like Wednesday. Get a bunch of 3X people to come over too to help. Do like a couple rounds of gun game Wednesday night.
I'll do it.
The arena is going away Thursday. Force wipe, so.
There's about to be a base ready to raid.
Dude, that's a big ass horde down there. Hey, if anybody's still left in here too, don't forget to follow our little social media accounts and like share them and stuff when we get stuff posted. Give a big hand to Boop and in Butthole for managing that for us and posting stuff and keeping things going. It's pretty cool. Some neat little things. I think there's another one about to be posted soon. But if anything, just share stuff. It helps the server out and brings people to the servers. By the way, the map looks so bland because I haven't done forest yet. So that's why you're like, no fucking trees. Really weird looking with no trees anywhere. So like open and bland looking. Dude, is that... Did I put St. Nola's on this one? Is that... No, it's just a medical center. I was going to say, if St. Nola's was a nasty monument. What do everybody think about the, again, I can only see Twitch chat right now. What do everybody think about the new /info? I think that was really cool. Really, really put a lot into that and was very proud of how it turned out.
Oh, I like it.
It looks badass. And the new kits interface too, honestly.
I definitely think it's neat knowing what additional kits are available to people, especially if they never knew about, like, let's say the linked kit. They never put in a ticket, never needed to, but they're like, oh, dang, I can get a mining hat at the beginning of the wipe, which I always find I need at the beginning of the wipe for being linked.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass to get that to work too, actually, because it didn't come that way. Actually, I had to make a custom permission then for admins so that if we have to edit other kits, we can see them all again. Dude, you talk about overpowered. Look at that. You got your own personal zip line to your custom build spot from the heli tower. You can fight a heli and just
for 3X.
zip line your ass back home afterward. Cheating right there. I was being dead ass serious though, y'all. June 28th. Served admin's Castle Siege event.
I will put it on my calendar right now.
Hopefully I can get these admins to put in some more events before then, some smaller ones. Speaking of which,
blasting Ooh Baby having us a place on Earth on 3X right now.
that sucks. Wait, at town when you're trying to give away prizes and stuff?
Oh, I'm kind of done.
Oh, okay.
I did my last one.
I was gonna say it sounds like a jail thing to me, but I was gonna say, oh, speaking of which, we are still taking staff apps and map tester apps. One of those in, go into Discord in the support bot channel, put in a staff application. If you just want to be, if you're just doing a map tester application, you still put a staff app in, but you don't have to answer all the questions. Just put map tester only, map tester only, map tester only. If you're applying for staff, you got to answer all the questions though, because we gotta learn some stuff about you. Yeah, the car race thing, I missed that too, for sure. I actually considered looking into bringing that back too. Love the car races. Now, there's no trees because I literally haven't put the topology down for trees yet. Haven't done it yet. I gotta do tree topology, and then I gotta do, like, you can see like that brown, how it's brown right there, that's supposed to be forest right there. That's why.
Sorry, Lacey's done everything. Shot.
Ah, oh my god, oh shit, oh fuck. Oh Lord Jesus, my shoe. There already are lots of nodes. Hell, look around, look, shit, just turn around, there's a 2, 4, 6, 8 right there. There's always tons of nodes on the maps. It's redonkulous how many nodes are on the maps. You gotta do the,
Yeah, I don't know if you, I don't know if you saw the update that Facebook just putting out with regards to nodes. They are adding more nodes to the jungle biome.
yeah, they can't spawn in the jungle right now, so yeah, they will be soon. I gotta do the, it's funny you said that, because that's what I was about to say. I still gotta make the jungle biome on here too.
They said that's coming as a force wipe.
Oh shit. I think they're running a train on me, dude. I don't know what that means, but
Is this T's very first hype train?
no, I've had a train run on me before.
Phew, there you go.
I had a train run on me before. I just don't know what the fuck it means, but I know it's supposed to be really cool and exciting. So
Oh, only Jokers just subbed 5 subs to your community.
fucking
That's what that
Christ,
was.
look at that shit.
That's awesome. 5 people don't have to watch ads anymore.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Look at that shit. So did all 5 of them just run a train on me?
No, they
Well,
ran
technically Joker
over you.
ran the train on you.
Oh well, so he got first dibs. You never want to. You always want to be first in the train. You don't want to be last. By the time you last on a train, it's like rolling hot dog down a hallway.
Oh,
Nemesis-
Nemesis gifted
Nemesis
5. Holy.
Yes.
What the fuck? Wait,
What the
Nim.
hell's going on?
Whoa, Nim. You can't be running trains on me, Nim. Don't work that way.
I am now subbed to.
It don't work that
T-Bird.
way.
Oh, no commercials.
Extra
for
juice
you.
on the caboose.
Woo.
God, I feel like a
Little
dirty little,
Haktua.
I feel like a dirty little whore now.
Did you say Haktua?
Jeez.
Haktua on that thing. Oh, Nemesis, one of the gifted sub went to call me Papi.
Call me Poppy.
Call me Poppy.
Hi, Poppy.
Love it.
You know what's funny is I actually recognize so many of these names. Dragon Princess. Patrick Howard is what? That's 90, isn't it?
Ninty or
I
whatever?
don't remember
Yeah.
now. Some of them are,
Yeah.
the names are weird.
Yeah, Newt.
Everybody in town that was doing the meeting stuff throwing rocks at the basketball court right now.
Alright. Hey, I'm going.
Basketball court.
We're going to Waffle House. Now that I got a train run on me, I have to end it at Waffle House then, where all the hookers and shit are.
Oh, Nola
I got
gifted a
into a
sub.
fight too.
What? Jesus
Gifted a sub
Christ.
to hi there.
What
This
the
is definitely
fuck?
the highest hype train he's had. It's gotta be.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm scared.
You're getting wider. The
This is
gaming.
this is the biggest train I've ever had run on me in my life. By
in
far.
game, not in real life. Real life was much bigger.
Real life, I don't know. It may have that beat too.
Oh, Tony gifted some subs.
Oh, Nim says she's run the biggest train of all on me.
Tony Teriyaki gifted 5 subs.
Hey,
Jesus
Juice got a
Christ.
sub.
What
Jesus,
the fuck
holy,
is going
what
on?
is happening? Only
What the
Joker's
fuck?
gifted a shit ton more.
I don't know what's happening and I'm scared. I need an adult.
You got Hey It's Morty gifted 5. Only Joker's gifted another 10.
I need an adult.
They're
That's so
touching you
awesome.
all over.
I need an
He
adult.
doesn't even know what it means.
I really don't, but I need an.
That's
Wait, I
what's
know it
scary.
means. According to what you guys have been saying, it means that they don't have to watch stupid ass ads. So I like that.
That's a true story.
Good shit.
Everybody that got gifted a sub is now ad free.
We probably should have ran a train before the meeting so they didn't have to watch ads. But then my butt would be sore and I wouldn't be able to make it through the meeting.
Well,
You thought you choked before, holy.
Right? Maybe that's what I was choking on.
Yeah. They just spun you around.
Oh my God, the train! Oh, this. You guys want to see the? You want to see the mall? Meet me at the
love the
mall.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That's a throwback.
Go to
Love it.
the
Isn't
mall.
it? That was a good song, man.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
An anonymous gifter.
Oh shit.
Oh, somebody gifted a sub, but they
So,
want to remain anonymous.
That means they were part of the train, but they kept like one of those fucking BDSM masks on the whole time.
the black gimp mask on.
Yeah, they had the gimp suit on. Don't want him to know it's me. Don't want him to know who it is.
Shame. I really want to run that train, but I don't want them to know it's me.
Oh, y'all ever fought a Bradley on a roof? Speaking of which, we gotta do some Bradley work on this map because I have moved some roads and shit. So. Look at that, Bradley. Look at that one. I can't tell you how many.
Call Me Poppy says he did on the Atlanta map.
Oh, that's true. I can't tell me how many times I've been to the mall and found a fucking APC driving on the roof, dude. It's just insane.
Poppy, you killed the one in Atlanta?
Did you really? Oh, you know, I saw
That was
Purg.
fun as fuck.
Oh my god. I didn't know anybody ever found it, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Every
saw
single
Purg
time
fighting
I
that one
looked.
too. I watched Purg fight that one day too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
found it. You know they're gonna find their damn Bradleys, man. Shit.
I just
He's searching for meat.
every time I went to every time I was on server, I would always check if that one was up, and it was always up, and I never saw anybody kill it.
They get in all my nooks and crannies. All my nooks.
Well, that
Is the train still going, or can I wipe off, or am I? Like, are we done?
It's still technically going. There's
Oh
2
my
minutes
God,
and 26
man.
seconds.
I can't take much more of this. Dude, we gotta Oh,
Joe, killing it.
I got underwater monuments on this map, you guys. Yeah. Gotta go find it.
Keep this train if you're gonna be underwater.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you're definitely a prolapse. Are you kidding me? Shit. By this time, it's like fucking a warm glass of water.
You move somebody out the car, it would just be a whistle.
Rolling a hot dog down a hallway. It sound like cargo ship when you fart. What the fuck is wrong with us, dude? Oh, I gotta drop it. Shit, I lost my mini, Nola. You jerk. I can cheat. Oh, I also put missile silo on this map for you guys. This is, by the way, fixed. I had to rebuild this whole road system here for the missile silo. But I put missile silo on here for you guys. I know you like that monument. These things, by the way, are not custom build spots. These are just build spots that are custom. I gotta move this one though. It's too close to the missile silo, as you can see right there. But I've already got a note for that one. But look, you can build on those. Kind of cool. No rules on those. Those are not custom build spots. If there's no sign, they're not a custom build spot. Uh-oh. I was about to crash. Man, what a train. Yeah, the silo is actually a really cool monument. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I don't use it more and I hate it is because I have to I have to remember to set a bunch of convars and shit on the server itself, like the config file for the server and all kinds of stupid shit. Otherwise, it does this little automated event thing, and that's not good. Because, yeah, it's bad. Anything else anybody wants to see on this map? Any more Q&A type questions or anything? I got a couple minutes here before I got to run. For those who played a long time ago, y'all remember Town used to be up on a mountaintop in this map with the little power pole you can climb up and get electrocuted. Oh,
I
what's
know
that?
I do.
Dude, I got a hype chest. What is that? What is it?
I think
You had 32 gifted subs.
It gave me like a gay
I
cartoon.
don't know what
Yeah.
hype chests are either.
So, I mean,
me-
the reason for that is there's give and take with the custom build spots, so most of them are indestructible. That's the give. The take is you're limited what you can put, so you can't put like a full furnace in there, but I mean, let's face it, it's a custom build spot, so.
Yep. You guys should know me by now in Zombieland. Anything that's OP, too good to be true, got to have some negative to balance it out. Custom build spots are OP as fuck. really desired. So they got to have some negative to balance them out, which would be. Hey, how cool is that auto recycle fucking thing, y'all? Come on, I wanna. Now that I can see my Twitch chat, like,
I'm
come
so
on.
excited about that.
Holy shit!
That's pretty great.
I am
Dude.
all over Terminus with this.
Next Terminus wipe is going to be killer.
Dude, next Terminus wipe, my entire first day, I won't even be able to play because all I'm gonna do is set up auto loot sorter and auto recycle. I'm gonna go through every fucking tab, man, and then I'm gonna just run down the roads and I'm gonna be skipping down the road like a little cartoon character, la di da, just fucking hitting barrels and recycling shit. Oh my god, that's gonna be so awesome. That is a cool custom build spot. How y'all like that?
Keep in mind there's a slight delay.
Yeah, I was good.
There it is.
Yeah, but I mean they're in my stream, so my voice will be delayed along with the video.
Yeah.
They're in the stream.
Well, a lot are still listening.
Oh,
to
they should be in the
just
game.
21 is about Discord.
Anyway, that's a cool custom build spot.
Surf shop.
That one's tricky to build in, but it is buildable like perfectly where the door lines up and everything. It is nice.
Oh, found a floating rock. See, this is what map testers do. They find shit like this for us. And that's what I meant when I was giving the speech about, like, you know, every little rock formation, everything stops raid bases from spawning. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. You may not even realize when you see these couple little rocks like this on the surface, you may not realize that's actually considered a rock formation from Rust. So now a raid base cannot spawn anywhere near that. And that kind of shit is all over the place. Look, you go into the map, look. See, they're all over the place. All these things are rock formations. So that's why we have to have those flat islands, because Rust is very prefab heavy. Yeah, the /rec is awesome too. Did Tony really just say in chat auto recycle? Oh, I know he did not just say that. I know I'm not going to teleport back over here and do this again. Where's that loot at, Chappie? There it is. Yeah, baby. Auto recycle. Like, see them gears? Recycle. See them gears in that pipe? Boom, recycle. Dude, work sucks, man. Quit your job. Rust is more important.
That's true. He tells me that every day.
I do. Well, he's one of my best admins, and he has to work all the time. It sucks. Boom. Stop signs recycled. Fuse recycled.
Like
I
I
gotta-
said, one of the best, but not the best.
I gotta look at why the command didn't work though, to toggle it on and off. I must have typed the wrong command probably, but shit. I will. How about you just split
Isn't that-
that with me, and then we can make what I make right now.
Wasn't it toggle space a rec, not auto rec,
Oh, it could be.
to toggle it off? Something like that.
You know, while I'm just sitting here goofing off, I could just people in the stream will just get a little extra info. Yeah, VREC is the virtual one, or you can just type /rec for the virtual one, and then AREC is the auto one. Oh, how do you get ads, man? We literally just all ran a train. Dude, my ancestors aren't gonna have ads now that train was so big. Oh, nobody
You
gifted.
but you didn't get yourself one?
Oh my god, y'all! Somebody hook up poor Tony. What the hell? That's ridiculous. Poor Tony. That's just uncool.
Oh, Joker's got him.
Oh, look at that! It is Joker.
Jokers.
Dude. Who the hell is who is only
I
Jokers?
love this community, man.
Who's only Jokers in game? Who is that? Who's that in game?
Nemzi.
Oh, it's fucking Nimsy. No shit. Somebody get in there and spawn Nimsy some gold egg or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Being nice to everybody in the damn community. I know the stream's boring right now. That's because I'm tabbed out in Visual Studio trying to remember what I made the command for that.
Maybe it was /get good.
It probably is. I can't get good, so that won't work. I have so many files.
Hi, Boop. Thanks for hanging out.
Hi, Boop.
Hi, Boop.
So many files set
Later.
aside for the force wipe. It's ridiculous. Yeah, why is that? Maybe I'm imagining things. Was there not a command to toggle it on or off? I swear there was. Yeah. Oh, let me think. I'm so dumb.
Later, Cryo. Have a good one, dude.
Good to see you, Crowd.
Later, Cryo.
There's a
Good
command.
to see you, dude.
Auto rec toggle.
Oh, you just reversed it.
Boom. See, auto recycling is now disabled. I didn't know if I had a rec in there. I need to change, also add a rec toggle. Would be easier. But yeah, auto rec toggle. So if you toggle it on and off, that way you can, if you want to put a pause on it for a second, you actually want to keep some of your loot. And again, for people that missed it, like Tony, just type /arec, and you can go from item to item and just decide what gets recycled and what doesn't. Oh, it's because you can't recycle food, dumbass. Dude, this, oh my god. Every time I click one of these panels, I just think of Terminus. I'm like, oh, I'm going to click that, I'm going to click that, I'm going to click that. This is so great for Terminus. This has to be the biggest buff to Terminus I think has ever happened in the history of Zombieland.
Oh, hands down.
Absolutely insane how good of a fucking buff this is for Terminus. I mean, for everybody, honestly, but for Terminus especially, because other people that don't play Terminus don't understand the recycling that you do on Terminus. It's insane. Like every time we used to come back to the base trigger, first thing we're doing is me, you, Nola, we're all shuffling between like 9 recyclers.
Yeah. And
Making
going
sure
in
they're
and
all
out of
running.
boxes. Oh. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
God.
That's gonna be so much better.
Skill this fist in your booty hole. There's been all kinds of booty hole stuff going on with this train. I just want to go down here and look at this because it's really cool looking. That's a deep one. By the way, to the players, the meeting is technically over. I'm just kind of goofing off on the server now. Ah, we're underwater. Oh, you know what? This monument is fucked now because we can't have water under the map anymore.
Oh.
No, you can't do water underground anymore like we used to. So this whole monument's just fucked. All my beautiful electronics, they're just fucked. Face Punch really destroyed. Like, see how there's no water now? Like, you can't, like, they'll make the sound, but you can't make it show up anymore. Face Punch royally fucked water so bad. So this whole monument's probably going to have to be deleted. I mean, I'll have to put something else on the map because that's a lot of entities that we could use elsewhere. Anyway.
Fuck it. Stick Project Reese on there.
Yep. I'm gonna shut.
Reese is always a good fast save.
I'm gonna shut the meeting and the stream down. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoy all the new stuff we're doing. It was a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. I think you guys will enjoy it. So have fun. See y'all later.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for running.
Have a good night.
Thanks for running.